Today we are at a space where lead drop happens, and within 5, 10, 15 minutes of lead generation, we are able to provide this lead to the user directly. So the TAT, which initially was 24 to 36 hours, has dropped down massively from let's say 24, 36 hours to 0 to 30 minutes. So hi, myself Shikhar Singh. I work as an Associate Director, Sales and Operations and Growth in upGrad for the B2C vertical. upGrad is basically a higher education upskilling organization which helps people to do online education, do online degrees, upskill into various domains. There are a plethora of programs for everyone in different sections of your career or let's say your journey. One of our leaders who was back then the CEO of upGrad, Mr. Arjun Mohan, he had previously worked with LeadSquared. He was the one who initiated the conversation to bring in the LeadSquared because of its benefit that were to our organization and the ease of access that LeadSquared brings for the end users. We started with working professional team when we had onboarded the LeadSquared. But today, if I talk about then work, so there are, as I told you in the introduction of upGrad as well, we have multiple businesses. So if I talk about today, then our certification business, which is being prominently led by Knowledge Hut, is using LeadSquared. Then our bootcamp business, upGrad Lift, they are also using LeadSquared. Then UGB2's WP vertical, working professional vertical, anyways, they are using LeadSquared. The study abroad vertical, the international vertical, the offline vertical. So pretty much every B2C vertical that is attached with upGrad or upGrad is involved in today is using LeadSquared as their CRM. So if let's say I talk about the sales user, when they step into the office, the first thing that they see is a smart view. Then why a smart view? The first question. So smart view helps them to bifurcate the set of leads that they have into different sections, right? So that makes an AC's job easier to bifurcate and prioritize the leads that he or she has to call for the day. So we have bifurcated everything, made it clear for all the sales ACs on the floor so that it's very easy for them and they don't have to invest their bandwidth in searching for a lead, right? Rather, it's there in front of them and they just have to call, convert, counsel and help the line. The feature which I like the most is on the go automation. So basically creation of automations or creation of any process is a drag and drop feature on LeadSquared, right? I have worked with previously with other CRMs as well, as I just mentioned, Salesforce and other CRMs for that matter also, where creating any process or an automation is writing a code, correct? Then that involves a dependency on a, let's say, a third party or someone from the tech team, right? Out here, the processes of creating an automation is very easy. So as you know that sales is very dynamic. You cannot predict and the changes happen very frequently. Now, if the changes have happened in the process at the sales end, those have to be replicated on the CRM. So for an admin point of view, automations, creation of automation, editing them, tracking them is quite easy compared to other platforms. From a sales point of view, then things are very UI friendly for the end user. We don't want them to put their bandwidth into understanding the CRM, understand its complication, and do things which waste their bandwidth rather than investing their time into counseling. It helps them to see a lead very clearly, bifurcate a lead very clearly, change owners, change stages. So if I want to sum it up, the UI is something that sales finds it very useful. Say I'm looking for a Zoom integration, or let's say I'm looking for a Kalera integration, or let's say I'm looking for a Clever Tab integration. I don't have to develop that integration from scratch. Instead, it's pre-built, and connecting it, testing it, and going live with it becomes very easier for all marketing teams, or let's say the product and tech teams who are actively involved in connecting different platforms via APIs with the CRM. Today we are at a space where lead drop happens, and within 5, 10, 15 minutes of lead generation, we are able to provide this lead to the user directly. So the TAT, which initially was 24 to 36 hours, has dropped down massively from let's say 24, 36 hours to 0 to 30 minutes.